What's good, everybody? It's your boy Solo Games here, and I have Mr.
Ruben Penaranda.
And congratulations, you got second place at YCD Columbia. Congrats.
Thank you.
You still did good over at Mexico. You still try to go back-to-back tops and try to get to the finals, but hey, you did phenomenal at Columbia. We've been watching, cheering you on. Still congratulations, and now you're back in the States. Bodied me in the finals and are back to Duel at Tate's. I took the time off, bro, to de-stress and not get bodied, but you did it. What did you play, and how did you feel about it?
I'm just a great father. That's all I have to say.
All right, so is it the same list that you played for YCS Columbia?
It's not the same one I played for Colombia. It's the same one I played for Mexico.
Okay. All right, let's get into it.
Just only a couple of things different. So three. You can't be a good father without a home. So 3 place, and then 2 more ways to get to place. So that's the best card in the deck in my opinion. These you'll see later. Like come up, just this one being able to chain block coin second is really important. And then for the hard names, 2 Eevee, 2 Charmander, 2 Bulbasaur. Or 2 Squirtle, 2 Bulbasaur, so that's all of them. You just want 2 of each. You don't want to, like, none of them are necessarily better than the other ones, and Roxy's, like, technically the worst one, but it filters a card, so it's also the best one, depending on your hand. So you don't want to play 3 of any of them, and one of them's, like, too little. 3 of them's too much. 2's the perfect number. And then the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! 3 right, 1 more way to get to right, 3 more ways to get to right, and then technically 2 more ways to get to right. This card is just important for the grind game. If people are still playing Ogre, it allows you to keep playing. It also lets you chain block your kid for when you don't draw these. So it's still like a decent card to start with, and it's a half extender, so it's just a free body. So it's pretty decent. And on top of that, you can send it off with soul safely. So right's just a bomb card at the end instead of just being a extra body.
I'm assuming the adult Griffin is just a.
He's there somewhere. Yeah. Then we got our wizard package. 2 souls, 2 illusion. This card is just Pot of Greed.
All right, try to be the Wizard King. I see.
Yeah, Pot of Greed summons Dark. That card's crazy. And then this card will soon go to 1 or Vayter get banned, and then this card will become unplayable. Either way, this card's really good. I draw it a lot. They can all attest to that. It's a bomb card. And then the Wandering Griffin Rider.
Yeah,
he was wandering where he was. It's the worst extender, but it's still an extender. So like, you draw with a kid, you can at least make Verte if you get stopped. But it's the worst one because you have to commit it early, so they know if like they stop your kid, you still get the Verte. So they'll hand trap you differently. Except for like the main deck monsters ish, and hand traps are defensive cards. 3 Ash, 3 Bell. So these are just the best generic hand traps. They stop Enchantress. They stop the branded deck decently well. They stop prank kids decently well, and just like they trade 1 for 1. You don't need them to necessarily be huge blowouts and get like huge amounts as long as you keep your engine rolling, because your engine generates so much advantage. So if you just trade 1 for 1 and then get down to like your 1 engine card, and then that turns into 5 cards, you should be pretty far ahead. And then 2 Nib and 2 Vayler. So Vayler's like not as strong anymore. It's just still like good because it's not once per chain, and it's a tuner. It's level 1, so we can turn into Link Rubo and make Dark. And then it's just good versus some matchups, just not all of them, so I don't want to max out on it. Same thing with Nib, and I just want it somewhere in my deck. I can't fit it in the side deck, so that's why it's in the main deck. Except for the monster hand traps, there's 10 of them. And then more defensive cards, 3 Droplet. This card's crazy, no reason to not play Droplet. And most hated card in my deck probably, 2 Mystic Mine. This is the same reason Star Rotation Terraforming is so broken. A lot of decks, their only out is Dracoback. They feel comfortable going into a tournament. They like have Dracoback on their field. Like you start cracking their field, and then like you get rid of their token, and then you activate mine, and they're like, oh, my Mystic Mine out's gone. I don't know what to do. So this card just wins games by itself, especially game 1 when your opponent doesn't expect it. And then God card, Called by the Grave.
Yep.
Should be banned. And then the 5 worst cards in the deck.
Nice.
Yeah. So I wish we didn't have to play them. Shout out to my mom. Brave token, you say. So the baits, these cards are like not real. Don't pay attention to them when your opponent summons them. 100%. So Meow Meow, Bawa, and 2 Doodle. These cards don't do anything. They say opponent negs 1 every time they stop them.
That's
That is exactly what happens. Then so you summon this card when you want to threatening roar your opponent basically and not die. Then this card just like, this is a myth. You never summon this card. It's just like there. It's there like in case you really, 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 really want to show off and summon it, but just literally never comes up.
It's crazy how it's changed from we used to always summon that card. Now it's like,
Yeah, that card
Back
just
up.
like, alright, so this is where the real extra deck starts up. TP, obviously, and Dark, Link Rebo for the Link ones. Pranks token and the right token, you gotta be able to make Verte, like through Nib as well. It's really important. Just thick ones are always so good. Verte. The thing that no longer like spice about my deck, but a lot of people probably are going to start catching on. I love Fiber in this deck just because it's a link climbing deck. It's not necessarily a Branka deck. This card lets you does the same thing as this. That makes this card. So this card's crazy because it just turns into this. So it means that like any of these, which are just any two bodies, basically turn into this and turn into this. So any two bodies are access code. It's really easy to do that post turn 1 without normal summoning. So you can push to an access code without normal summoning with your DP and threaten game. And if that gets stopped somehow with like Nib or Droplet or Infirm or anything like that, you have your DP clear another card and then normal summon your kid, and then you get another 5 cards. And then Unicorn for Ice Jade, Masquerade, a lot of the Dustbeer cards. Except for the extra deck. Then side deck, third Nib, third Mystic Mine. Non-fun cards, and then one of my favorite cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Mind Control. I think this card's crazy. Every time like you activate it, it's really strong. It always trades 1 for 1. If not, like you can clear body like Mirror Jade. You could take a DP that they're trying to play around Dark with. Really good. It's just 1 for 1s. Like I was talking about, 1 for 1 with your opponent until you get +1s. Then this card has 3 broken effects, 3 banned cards in one. No reason you shouldn't be playing it.
Facts.
Card's crazy. So I like to respect backroad decks, especially at locals. So. 6 backward restrictions. You definitely don't want to lose. Nikolai got me nice with the anti-spell, so maybe this one's not as good anymore. Maybe it should be Cosmic. But, yeah, we don't want to lose to the backward decks. 100%. And then, thank God no one plays that at locals much anymore. But 3 Zombie World because I hate the Flunder deck. It's the deck's hardest matchup.
Still gotta respect that.
Yeah,
Flunder.
you have to side for it. It's the deck's hardest matchup. Like they drop the barrier statue like Empin. It's just so hard. Like you're so far behind, so like you need this to, like as an equalizer. And mine doesn't do anything versus that deck. But that's pretty much it. Same exact list I played at the YCS.
All right.
Really
Well,
solid.
congrats on bodying us and getting this very nice mat.
Yeah.
And congrats on your phenomenal achievements over the past 2 weeks. And hope to see you more, man.
Thank you.